Hello friends, happy Friday. We're doing a live. We're doing easy, quick makeup today. I'm in my car. I'm going to show you the easiest way. So if you are a makeup beginner, if you are someone who travels all the time, if you're someone who wants minimalist makeup, this is going to be for you. So make sure that you are hanging out with me, but tell me hi, tell me what you're up to today. My name is Lauren. If you don't know who I am, I'm 44 years old. I love teaching easy makeup tips and tricks to women so that your life gets easier and you love your aging skin. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to talk about my one compact makeup. It looks like this. Ignore my dirty case because it travels with me everywhere I go. But inside of this is everything I need for a full face of makeup, and it's all cream makeup. So before I get started, I've had so many of you guys ask for color matches, but a lot of you are really scared to just be like, okay, I'm going to try this. Thank you, Candace. You made my whole day. I turned 44 yesterday, which is still kind of crazy to me. But so a lot of you have been trying to wrap around your brain of how this works, and so I'm going to just show you how easy this is. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Good mauve shade for cheeks if you are talking about Saint, black cherry, nude, plum, which is one I have in here. Those are all really good colors if you're looking for a good like winter, fall, mauve, plum color. Thank you guys. You're so nice. You guys are always so nice to me. I'm going to show you a different way to apply this today. So with aging skin, maturing skin, we have fine lines, we have wrinkles, we have texture, we have all those fun things, right? But if you are trying liquid foundation or powder foundation like you did in your 20s, even your 30s, and you realize it's not laying the way it should, it's because our skin has changed, okay? And so cream makeup actually acts like a second layer of skin. So it's going to go into the skin. It's going to absorb into the skin and lay like skin. It looks natural, doesn't sit in fine lines and wrinkles, all of those things. So that's why I always say for maturing skin, cream is my absolute favorite. I use it on my clients. I use it on myself. I love cream makeup. So it's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's not oily. I'm going to answer that question. If it does feel like that, it's just too much product. So I'm going to show you today how little amount you actually need for your skin. So this is my foundation shade, my concealer, a contour. You could put a bronzer in there if you don't want contour, or if you don't want contour, and then a lip and cheek color. 4 colors, full face, easy, okay? I'm so glad you love your Saint. It makes me happy to hear that because I've been using this makeup for 5 years. Now, do I try other makeup? Always, but I always come back to Saint. It's just my favorite. So I'm going to show you, I like the detail brush. This is, Saint has double-ended brushes. So if you ever go to Ulta or Sephora and you want to purchase a makeup brush, they're about $36 for a good makeup brush, I would say. But they're one-sided. These are two-sided, so you're going to get 2 brushes for the price of 1, which is amazing. So we're going to use this today. I am going to throw in one more brush just to show you a different way to apply it because I haven't applied it like this in a while. We're going to do a dot method, it's called, or some lines. And this is the smudge brush that we're going to use because a lot of you are having a hard time with placement. So I want to kind of break that down. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. So this makeup is now available in the UK. So a lot of you girls from the UK are getting your makeup, which is so exciting. So the other thing too is if you decide to do a free color match with me, you can comment match when I post this. And from there, I become your personal makeup artist. Once I color match you and you purchase, you can ask me any questions. You have a text number that comes straight to me. You can email me. I do free FaceTimes with my customers if you're struggling. So you get to know me as well, which is kind of fun. I love getting to know you. I love all these messages about you guys trying Saint and being obsessed because it really is it's such a cool concept, but the makeup is really that good. So let's just get started. I'm going to start with contour first. So all of your palettes are magnetic, and these are tins that magnetize into the compact. So it doesn't fall out. So if you're someone who's a busy mom, like I remember when my kids were young, I didn't have time to do makeup, this is gonna be for you. I travel all the time, this is gonna be for you. If you just want minimal, you wanna get rid of all the makeup all over your counter, this is gonna be for you, okay? It has a mirror too. It's really dirty. Don't judge. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this part of the smudge brush, and I'm gonna go into my contour. Now, my creams are cold. They're in my car, and it's snowing right now. So when they're cold, here's a little trick. You can warm them up with a hairdryer on low heat, and it will warm them up. And if you see the bottom of the tin and you want more product still, just heat it. Creams can be heated and reheated, and it won't affect their consistency, but you'll get more out of it. So you definitely can get to the bottom of the tin and not waste product. Like kind of like with a bottle of liquid foundation, when you get to the bottom, it's really hard. You still see it coated around the container, and you can't can't get to it. So with creams you can. I'm going to start by just contouring my forehead, keeping it really close to my hairline. I could have gone a little higher. I just want you to see it. I'm going to leave this part alone. These are my temples. As I age, this is hollowing. Our faces are hollowing. So if I put a dark color there, it's going to recede it. We don't want to recede that. We want to keep that plump. So I'll show you what I'm going to put there in a little bit. This is paint by number makeup, okay? So you are not creating layers all over the face like you see people do a lot with makeup. We're actually only placing this where we need coverage, and it's all gonna work together. So now I'm gonna find the prominent part of the cheekbone. I'm gonna come kind of higher up on that, and I'm gonna place my contour. I'm doing dots so you can just see where it goes. And I'm gonna take it just to the edge of the eye. So from the top of my, kind of like right where the rounded part of my cheekbone is where I'm starting, and then I'm bringing it to the edge of the eye. Same thing on the other side. Now you can use a primer with this makeup if your skin, you feel like things aren't staying. If you have oily skin, a primer is great. You definitely want a setting spray, and I'll show you how I use a setting spray too. Then we're gonna go underneath the jaw line, like under this jawbone. I am gonna just draw a line just like this. Now if you don't wanna contour these areas, you don't have to. I'm just showing you, just so you know. So that's kind of where I put that, right under that jawbone. And then you could bring it under the lip if you want. You don't have to be very like particular about any of this. You can bring it on the top of the nose. I'm gonna just show you, like, you can be super messy with this and it all blends out, okay? There we go. We're gonna look crazy and then we're gonna look good, okay? That's your contour, super easy. Now I'm gonna go into my main highlight, still using the same brush. I'm not washing it, it all blends together. So I'm gonna go like this. Now I tap my concealer and my main highlight together because I find that this is too dark right now for me, but going down a shade would be like washing me out. And with mature skin, going a little bit darker is going to be a lot better solution. You don't want to go too light if you have maturing skin. So now I'm just filling it in. So anywhere that I would, if I was a man and had a beard, is kind of where I'm putting this. Just dotting it. You can see it matches my skin really well, so you can hardly see it. Okay? And then I'm gonna just kind of work it up right here, just a couple dots, leaving my under eyes alone. I have redness here, kind of above that contour, like this, and then I'm gonna bring it up on the forehead, like that, easy. Then we're gonna go into our concealer. Concealer is going to brighten, it's not gonna get rid of discoloration. So if you do have discoloration and you want a color corrector, I can help you with that, but I'm not showing that today. I have lots of videos on that. So I'm gonna put a brightener, this brightener, it's about 1 shade lighter than my foundation. I'm gonna put it right in the middle, put it down the center of the nose. I like this brush because I have some control, and I think that's important. So it's just going down the center of the face, and then on the inner corner of the eyes, and then on the outer corner and into that hollowing area because we want to make that look more plump. So that's why I'm doing that. And that's it. Like, okay, done. Now I'm gonna put this away, hold this down for a minute, and I'm gonna take a setting spray. And you could either spray your brush or you can spray your whole face. Now I'm gonna spray my whole face because I feel like when I blend this all out, one, keeping the cream on my skin like this is really important because my skin is warm. So it's warming, the cream is warming to my skin, which is then going to blend out really well. So if you're having a hard time blending, let it just sit, let your skin kind of warm up, and then spray your face or your brush with setting spray because it's also gonna help it blend really nicely. Setting spray, creams have to be set. If you don't set your face, it's gonna slip and slide. So I'm gonna let that just sit for a minute. If you don't set your face, what's gonna happen is your cream's gonna slip inside and you're not going to have it last throughout the day. So I like to set my makeup a couple of times throughout the process of it all, okay? So one thing about creams, you can go back in and add more. I always say less is more as we mature, but you can always go back and add more versus adding a ton onto the face and then being like, oh man, how am I gonna get this all off? So I didn't apply a lot because I want you to see how little you need, but if I wanna go back and apply more, I always can. So if you notice what I'm doing, like I said, this is gonna be a really big tutorial on how to use cream makeup, but we're just pressing it into the skin. If I swipe it, what happens with that is I'm just gonna swipe it off the skin. It's meant to act as a second layer of skin, so you really wanna just press it in, and you can see it's just blending, and it looks like my real skin, and that's what I want. I don't wanna look super heavy. Now, if you use a brush that's more dense, you'll get more full coverage. So it's not about how much makeup you put on, it's actually about the brush that you use. So I'm just going in. I like to do my kind of like my highlight colors, so my foundation colors, and then my contour colors. And if you guys have any questions, I hope I'm not missing anything. Let me know. I don't think I am. Ooh, I was way behind on here. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so on the under eyes, I'm gonna actually spray my brush again because this can actually act as like a setting powder too. And so I don't put setting powder under my eyes. I like to use the setting spray. So I'm just going right under. Now I am going under the eyes, but it's already on my brush, the product is. Instead of placing that product where my fine lines and wrinkles are, I'm still gonna go on that area, but it's on my brush, so I'm not having to place too much product there, okay? And I'm just bringing it down the side of my nose, like this, and blending that out under the eye. Now, if you have discoloration, like I said, you can use a color corrector, and I have a ton of videos on that too. I'm just gonna go down the middle of the nose. Okay, basically, my foundation has been blended out. Now, if I wanted to add more on, I can, and I'll come back and do that because there are some places that I think I'd add a little bit more. What setting spray do I like? Charlotte Tilbury, hands down, is my absolute favorite. I also like, if you have more oily skin, the One Size has a great one that's amazing. And then e.l.f. Blue Light, if you want something that's a little more affordable, e.l.f. Blue Light is one of my favorites too. So those are kind of what I reach for. Now I'm gonna blend out my contour, just like that. Spray it again. You can see I'm using this because first of all, I'm busy. I don't want to go back and have to fix my makeup throughout the day. I don't have time for that. And I know you don't either. So when you're spraying it like this, you're actually getting a good amount of staying power than just spraying your face just at the end. So you can see that contour is blending out really well, but contour isn't meant to be creamy like your highlight colors. So if you find that it's not blending out well, just take a little setting spray, I promise, and it will blend out so well. And I'm going to push this to the back of my hairline and as far down as the forehead as I want to make look like a shadow. So you can just see those three are acting as a foundation for my skin, but it still looks like real skin. It doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. It's just evening everything out and making me look really natural. And like I said, if I want more coverage, I would use a more dense brush. Okay, so I'm just bringing that down like that. And then I'm going to take this side and I'm just going to blend out my nose. And I like to hold it down low. A lot of people hold it here. You never want to hold your makeup brushes here. You want to hold them down. It'll give you more control to really blend that out. You'll have a lighter hand. And I'm just bringing that up to the eyebrow and down the nose. And then my lip, like that. I still look like me. I just have more evened out skin. Now, I do have redness. And so I like to take a little bit of my brush. Now, if you apply it with a brush, you're gonna get a little bit more coverage too because your brush is gonna pick up more product. But I'm just gonna fill in kind of right here where I hold just a little bit of texture, where I hold a little bit of discoloration. So you can go back and add on once you've got your makeup on, just in the areas you need a little more coverage, okay? I also like to go, like I said, just a little darker on the areas of texture as well. Do I clean my brushes after every use? Not really. I should. I use the Saint brush cleaner, which is, it's not going to totally disinfect, but it's going to disinfect enough that you'll be good between brush uses. And then I do disinfect my brushes with like either the Saint brush soap or a mixture of olive oil and Dawn dish soap. I will do that 2 times a month. So I deep clean my brushes 2 times a month, but I will not, like, I just use my setting or my brush cleaner. I will use that more so just to go between uses. Hopefully that answers your question. Saint, I don't like the word clean. I always get asked, is Saint a clean makeup? So I'm answering your question, Barbara. Saint is a clean makeup in my opinion, but everyone's idea of clean is different. So I always will send you the ingredients list because everyone is different. It is a 1.5 on the EWG, but everyone has a different opinion like that. So Barbara, DM me and I can send you over a list of ingredients because I always like you to have good knowledge. Okay, so there we go. I just want you to see it. Super natural, super easy. I can't feel this on my skin. If I could feel this on my skin, it would be too much product, okay? Now, if I wanted to, I could take the contour and I could contour my eyes a little bit. If I didn't want to use an eyeshadow for the day, which I don't, I'm just gonna do a really nice natural. I'm just gonna contour that out. You can do that. And then, yes, Barbara, I am actually going to post this on my page. All my lives I post on my page, so you can always go back and watch. And then I also put it on my YouTube channel, which is the same handle, Lauren L. Hale. And you can actually go watch them there because you can slow them down and pause. And I know that's important to a lot of us. Okay, I'm going to go in with my lip and cheek color. Now, really, it's up to you where you want to apply your lip and cheek color. If you want a lifted look, you can come up higher. So I take 2 fingers and I'll just kind of apply it higher. This is a new 10, so I'm going to get a little bit more. This is kind of a plum. Well, it is plum. It's like a mauve shade. If you wanted it more full on the cheeks, you can put it kind of more down here. I'm going for a little bit more lifted. Like I said, you can always add more, but this method just makes sure you don't add too much. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, go in here, and then I'm just going to tap this. So with contour, bronzer, and blush, it's kind of like they're married. So that's kind of where I'm blending. I'm kind of keeping it a little above the contour, but I even like to bring my blush up like that, even around the eyes. Now that looked scary, right? Like that looked really dark, but look how creams blend out. They blend out so pretty and they don't blend out heavy on the skin. So I always like to add more. I kind of love blush though. So it depends on the look you want. You can be the most natural girl with creams, or you can make it more full coverage. So it really is kind of what you prefer. Let me go straight in there so I can just show you. So see, I get more coverage with a brush. But once again, I'm just tapping it into the skin. I'm not swiping. You can use this as a blush color. You could put this on your eyes. Like everything is multi-use, which is so great, especially if you just want an easy makeup routine. So there you go. Easy. And I'm going to then set it with the setting spray again. Now, if you are oily, you may need a powder. I'm not. I'm very dry, so I don't need a powder. But I would do a powder and then setting spray from there. So super easy. I look like me. It's a natural look. 4 colors was all I used there. And then I'm a gloss girl, so I'm going to use, this is my best friend's line. She just launched it, and it's an affirmation lip gloss line. I'll put the information as well for this, but it's so cute. Like this one says, I am confident. So I love her new line, but I always just add gloss to the lips because I like that. Now the lip and cheek color can go on your lips, but it's not going to stay all day. So just so you know, it's not like a long wearing matte lipstick or something. So I just put gloss, but I do have a code for 10% off if you do want to try her affirmation lip glosses. But there you go, you guys. So easy. So I'm going to post this. If you say match at any time, I then will send you over my free color match. You send me a no makeup selfie facing a window in your house that's like you're waving to a neighbor. Send it to me and I will give you all of my recommendations. Your picture is for my eyes only. I do all my color matches by myself. I then send them over. You get my number. You can ask me questions. But I have been talking about this makeup for 5 years. So that tells you how much I like this. It is amazing. No! Oh, did I share my season? No, I'm going to do it today. It's been on my mind, but I've been so sick. This is the first day that I'm like, okay, I feel like I have energy. I love that you got your colors done with Created Colorful. She is amazing. But yes, I'm going to share it today. I'm glad you reminded me. So anyways, I hope you guys have the best long weekend. And thanks for hanging with me. If you have any questions, you can comment when I post this, message me. I always try to be available. And then if you want a free color match, just comment match when I post this. So thank you guys. You're the best. Bye.